came to a realization that son, our son and I are equal, and I cried about it. It was I guess a mixed emotion of happy and sad too. Mostly happy, like, oh my God, we at this new stage, like, So him being whole, so it's a shift. It goes from him needing me around to if he wants, he doesn't need me. Yes, so he does know that he knows that he's whole because I asked questions. I said, "Do you know that we equal?" And he said, "Yes." So, that was a good thing. But then also this morning, and I came to the other conclusion. He doesn't necessarily have to have me around unless he wants me. I don't think parents talk about that enough when it comes to this. Like my parents are control. And I, even myself, I realize that. But I think the control that I try to have in his life is healthy, and that is by giving him the knowledge, all the knowledge that I can about what goes on in life, the truth. I don't sugarcoat stuff. I tell him about my life experiences and everything that I go through. You know, so he has a great palate to see what to choose from put on his plate and what not to put on his plate. What he can handle and what he can't handle. And we, us as parents, we don't talk about that. I haven't had this conversation with my parents. My parents ain't asked me nothing like that. Do you want me around or do you need me around? They never asked me like that. They say they control. My parents would show up unaround. That's like a joke, baby. And like with him, I play with him, but it might be some seriousness in there. Cause like I tell him like, text me back when you get home or I'm gonna harass you. He'll forget. But then I tell him like, no, I want to hear your voice. You know what I'm saying? So send me a voice note, and then I send him them eyes like, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching out for that message. And then he does. And so like yes, I think that's his mom. I do it. I have a healthy sense of control. That's just for his well-being. You know what I'm saying? So I know that he's okay. And I think, and I also came to the conclusion that's like it's a form of hypervigilance. Because I don't want him to be hurt like I have. I've been through the ringer, okay? Through the ringer, like the washing machine and the dryer. Hello, been through the washer and the dryer. Hung out the dryer too, because you did laundry can be done in manual labor. But I want him to be well rounded in life. You know what I'm saying? To know all that he needs to know so he can make the best choices. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, whatever he goes through, he the one that has to go through it, not me. It could affect me, but I'm not the one that's going through it. He is. So, and I was when I got my coffee, I was telling the guy at the gas station about what happened. And I told him I was crying and stuff, how I felt. He was like, yeah, fathers do too. Fathers cry about it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so fathers experience that same thing. They just probably don't discuss it like I'm discussing. But I discuss my whole life anyway. That's why I accept that he don't have to check in. He don't have to tell me where he's going. He don't got to tell me what he's doing. That's all a choice. And not only that, he is still a teenager. So he's a teenager like I was too, like figuring life out on his own, just as I was. I was figuring life out on my own. When I was a teenager, I wasn't calling them all the time and seeing what they thought about something, felt like something. I was trying to figure it out on my own. My parents gave me advice about stuff, and a lot of it I didn't listen to. Like sometimes I needed some bump my head. Like I'm the type that some stuff I need to experience for myself to make the decision. I don't need them necessarily like to tell me what to do. I have to experience some things myself to know like, yeah, that's not such a good idea. See, though they said it, now you know it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just this information that they gave. You know for sure by your experience. So my son doesn't need me. He just can walk me around if he chooses to. That's his choice. And I have to. And I do accept that. It's still like when I'm grieving, it's the child in him because he's a man now. Like I'm grieving, like he's no longer a child. He is a man. He's an adult now. And even though I call him my baby all the time, my baby, he ain't no baby. He ain't no baby. He's a grown man, and that's the reality of it. Okay, so parents, talk to your kids more. Have more of those discussions about life. Be honest. Don't sugarcoat stuff. Because when you sugarcoat it, it's like that's when they gon' bump their head. Because they, especially if you lied to them before, like they don't know if you lying again. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want them to get something. You don't want them to experience something. You know what I'm saying? And that's you just being controlled. But in your mind, you can feel like, well, because I don't want him, like I say, I don't want him to get hurt. I don't want him to get hurt, but he could still get hurt from my lies. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm giving him false information, and then he can trust somebody that he shouldn't have trusted. Had I gave him the truth, he would have known, like, no, that's some shady shit that they into, and I ain't even about to get myself wrapped up into these type of people or go to that place because you know how these people conducting themselves. Now I'm not gonna hang around those sort of characters because I could get myself in trouble just being around them. You know what I'm saying? You can go to people's house and think that they cool and everything, but these people selling drugs in the back out the back room. You ain't never been back there, but you just think you hanging out, having drinks or smoke or whatever, and you're just chilling playing the game. And these whole criminals. That's another thing that I had discovered by myself. Like I'm not cut out to be a criminal. You know, and when I say cut out, when that umbilical cord got clipped from my mom, that's the cut out. I wasn't brought here to be a criminal. No, I wasn't. I wasn't put here to be a criminal. I know that for sure. That's a choice people make to decide to do bad things. You know what I'm saying? So that's my reality. Talk to you later.